whatever your person doing, you want to do it with them.
Right.
You wouldn't, you're not carrying your friend. You just errands.
Oh no, that was a joke. I definitely, I am an imps for sure.
Let it be my decision
Yeah.
to want to stay home with you because
I don't want you going anywhere and take it.
and that's just a control thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Geselle and Cherisse.
Aye.
Why guys could be so foolish?
I think that's men in general, you know. That's all men in general. Or at
Like
least
foolish in what aspect? Like
In any aspect. Like, for example, you're with a guy and he just getting on your nerves, or you meet a guy and you're really interested in him, but for some reason, it's like, I see you physically attracted, but then after it's like, you can't have a conversation because you're not connected.
I feel like men just try too hard, you know.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, have some men
I
that
also
try
feel
too
like
hard.
men and women, we think so differently. And I feel like as women, we forget that too. Like, because we know how we think,
Mhm.
we feel like men also supposed to think the same way, but we sometimes forget we think completely different from each other.
Interesting. So like,
We would always have the same point of view. And I said that so we'd hit each other's little scenes, we'd have a little situation, and we'd always agree.
Yeah. But then a lot of times I would find myself, like if I need advice about a man, I'd find myself quicker going to my male friends because I feel like the thinking is very similar. Like they help you understand the points that you may not understand. Okay, so why is he thinking this way? Why could he be feeling this way? And when you get advice from both sides, like you go to your girlfriends and you say, hey, XYZ, but then you go to your male friends and they might be saying something completely like two contrasting advice. And you're there like, this day you realize like, yeah, we really, men and women really do think differently. Like we
but I like that perception, you know, that you have in the sense of getting information from both sides.
Yeah.
Because you see this best friend thing and trying to get information from that one person. Sometimes you're messing up something that could be really good for you, and you're telling your friend. And your friend could be a friend today and then an enemy tomorrow. It's possible, you know?
But I feel like with women too, we always value the best friend opinion because we'll always agree with each other. No?
Yeah.
I realize that.
Yeah.
And I realize this too as well, and I want to ask. The guy may want to go to the young lady and she want to bring her friend. One time is enough. But when you go 2 and 3 and 4 times,
She's just, what is that show called? She's just not that into you. She's just not that into you. From the time, like, we like somebody, we want to be with them all the time.
Even if you're running, you could be running errands.
Yeah, me and Geselle could be together every second of the day. I want to go out with my man alone just so you come in. Like, I mean, there are times where, you know, you could ask friends to tag along, but you see from the time you going out with a girl and every single date, she asking somebody to tag along. Yeah, you know, she just not that into you. Yeah.
Because if she was into you, she trying to take every little opportunity to be by just you all together alone. But if she always bringing a friend, it's different if it's like a double date.
Yeah.
That's different. But if it's
even
just
like the first date, like I remember in secondary school, just because of, you know, crime and all of that, the first date with a guy, I would always carry my best friend in secondary school. But that's just because I didn't know him and like I felt unsafe, you know, you're going out with somebody alone for the first time. And once I feel you out and realize like, okay, you're safe, whatever, and I like you, then okay, second date, we go out alone.
if I like you,
right? But if every time me and you have to go out, you reach 2, 3, 4 dates, and the girl still bringing her friend on all them dates, then
she don't want to be alone with you.
she definitely doesn't want to be alone with you.
Free food and drinks.
Yeah. She probably going home and tell her friend, you we're going on XYZ and is spending and say bringing your friend along.
So that's how we can't be fooled. And but you know how men sometimes tend to be foolish. So how are some ways that men can alleviate that issue? Because sometimes they don't even know they're being foolish, but they want to know, well, at first we met and you were so into me, but all of a sudden I was like, I'm being irritating.
They could probably stop being so irritating.
They could
Probably stop being so irritating.
no, but
I know men could be real irritating.
I feel like real men don't know how to communicate.
Correct.
I feel like a lot of men don't know how to communicate. So when they feel something, they would rather keep it in than talk about it. So I can start to feel like you don't like me. Like men will keep it in, you will never know. And it's only really like, and girls barely ever bring it up because we're like, okay, well, if you're not bringing it up, I'm not bringing it up. It's only like, if it's somebody like me who kind of just, fast and love to know everything, it'd be like, so what's the problem? Like, what's what you like? But real women don't do that. But it's because, and I feel like men better at hiding how they
Their
feel than
emotions,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we're more emotional, for sure.
For sure.
But some women, I realize, don't want to come out and really express the emotions, though. Despite that you said men would say what they have to say, but some women,
I think it's how to feel out the person you're with. So if you know the person you're with is not an emotional person, or he would shut off from the time you bring up emotions, you'll basically build up a way in yourself now where you don't even feel like telling him what bothering you ever.
Yeah.
But I also feel like women, when we have a problem, we would talk it out, whether it's with our friends, our parents, our whoever. And men don't really do that. Men is more just, like she said, hold everything in. So they don't really be getting advice from anybody.
Or it might be like every once in a while, like, you go out with your brethren after like 2-3 months or something, and you now sit down and hitting them all these scenes from like all those months. But woman is instantly, and something happens, your voice noted, you just hear it. You might be next to me, and we just voice noted. We can
now fight. We can now fight you in the next room, and I out here telling Cherisse, you know what this man do again, boy? Immediately.
But you do that same thing, right?
Really?
I do that same thing.
With like a close brethren.
But like a close brethren,
We'd get advice from everybody.
From everybody. Yeah,
on the
at
situation.
least
So we get in it from a lot of different perspectives, and now we like, okay, do we need to reevaluate ourselves? No. Or do we need to change the man? Never reevaluate ourselves. We always right.
Yeah.
So
Most times we are right.
like 99.9%. Yeah.
All right. And at first glance, what does he look for in a guy? Cherisse and then Geselle.
First glance, I think I like somebody that, they have to be appealing to your eyes. So like my friends would describe, I feel like they're describe my type as tall and stupid. But that's not I kind of tall, so I like taller men. So I feel like for me, height is something that I look for, because for me, I just always like taller men. So I feel like, you're looking good, like the way you dress, I feel like that's me. Like most times it's literally the way you dress.
Right.
Yeah, like that catches my eye for sure.
Same. I like a well put together person.
Like you're well put together. I feel like that catches my eye before I even look at what kind of car you drive.
Yeah.
You see the way you dress, that catches my eye.
So the guy could be driving, for example, let's say Almera and Tina and put together, and it's okay. That's like that.
No, that's nice. That's a little inside.
We have little inside jokes. But no, I feel like judging somebody any type of car they drive is like a real long time thing, because sometimes you'll meet somebody and they might be driving a Tida and this person is a boss here or something like that. Like, I don't feel like nowadays judging somebody any type of car they drive, because you never know. He just driving a Tida, but he could very well like have his entire life together, have his own place, that might be his second car. Like you just
sometimes he might not even drive to the event. He might always be coming with her brethren. But he have a real nice car.
But you saying he's a passenger princess and you don't want to talk to him.
Long time this some scrubbers. He does scrub because he has his spot in the passenger side.
Yeah.
But you think about it, I would say a car so accessible now that like anybody could purchase a car. Like you can get something out tomorrow within 3 to 6 months you could own a car. So like a woman judging someone on what car they drive, that's like non-existent.
I feel like a certain type of woman would judge you based on what you're driving. A certain type of man would also judge a woman based on certain things.
Yeah, just say no. The perspective of someone.
Yeah, because there are the women that do have it in their head when they want, like, they don't want somebody driving a Tita or a Mera, and
we keep singling out Titas.
yeah, I feel like we're all singling them out.
Well, let me say Brazil because the new Brazil comes like.
I did see that. No, but if you just bounce up somebody in a party, you didn't reach outside the party, so you don't know what they're driving, you don't know who they come with. Yeah. But first look.
And I feel like I like a very low cut too. What is called a serviceman cut. I feel like I like a very low cut too. Like me personally, I don't really like a set of hair. Yeah. I don't want any serviceman. I just say that I like the cut. That's it. Just the cut. Just the hair.
Serviceman.
But no.
I feel like girl people do it now.
It
means more majority of them have the low cuts, low cuts, barely any hair.
Percentage ratio it can be 80
But that's all.
If you do a percentage ratio, you'll realize that women don't want any policeman, army man,
army,
fire,
coast guard, fire, prison. Just no.
Nope.
Just no. Just the cuts.
You know what I would say? Women might say that, but then after boom, they end up with them because you see it a lot up to this day.
I mean, it has somebody.
It has somebody.
To make a report on this man that you were to, maybe, and the man come and the policeman come and say, don't worry, and he end up coming everything, and, you give him the number and everything, he could have be persistent, and eventually, what happen? Going to get through.
It has somebody for everybody.
Yeah, just not for me. And at the end of the service is just not for me.
Yeah. So, big question now. What are your types in terms of men? Corporate or bad boy?
What do you think our types are? Like, looking at us. What do you think?
I would give it over to the director.
Okay, so if you get it wrong, we'll pop our balloon.
Okay, Geselle, elle fait ma
But my better flock together. I mean, I have to think about no, not really. Mine is not Brayson, no. Mine is not Brayson, you know why? Because it's true. So. Mine's not Brayson, probably because it's true. So I'll just keep mine.
All right. So, what you don't love about the bad guy?
I don't think I like the life. I don't like I think it's a really dangerous life. If we speak in real, honestly, I'm a mom. So that lifestyle just isn't for me, for sure. You always had to be looking over your back. You never know who your man warring with. That type of life.
I think women like the quote unquote bad boys because they like to feel protected or safe. So
we like it in theory.
In theory, it sounds nice. Like, you have a man and nobody can come around you because your man will pad them up or your man have you. I feel like we like that. We like the safety and the protection, but we don't like the life necessarily. Like the life that comes along with it. Because if you're with a real bad man, there's a life that comes around with it. Like you can't go here, you can't go there, you can't post them on social media. Because whoever marking them can't see where they are. So I feel like
in your own house, you have a set of cameras. You're always locking up. You're never safe here.
It's better you have a corporate business.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That life is more realistic. You're getting up. Nobody wants to get up every morning and go to work. But
do you feel protected because anybody could maybe go at, corporate guy and maybe it's a for example or.
Nah, he bad still. He just. He has to be able to handle himself.
Yeah.
Okay,
he can't be nice. He can't be nice.
Yeah. You can't be with no him.
Yeah.
Just so imagine a man walk up to me in a party and push me and you just say, no, excuse, don't do that. Don't do that.
No excuse. Let me just stick with my money here. This fella will make sure I'm
Or he looks and pretend he ain't seen nothing.
Yeah.
So you still have to be a man in the situation. You still have to protect us. You still have to make us feel safe. All of that. But you can't be in that life. that fast life, it don't end well. You can't, you don't really have a future with that person.
Understand.
Yeah.
But you're gonna need like friends that in that life and how it going for them.
Nope.
Well, that's good.
I don't feel like we have best friends in our life.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I feel like a lot of people, when they do have friends in their life, you'd always see it being like lifelong friends. Like maybe that is where they grow up and they move out and that was their friend when they were living there. And because I mean bad men are still people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They are still people at the end of the day. And I mean, if you are a bad man, I mean we could have bad man friends and not even know, because I don't feel like if you are that type of come and sit
You don't really advertise
like
it, yeah.
You know, that's why I was doing it. Like no.
So I think you have like bad men
No.
friends?
I feel like we've been around probably at a
Yeah,
event
like
or
at an
something.
event, you might be around people, and that's the thing, you wouldn't even know who they are.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even
That's
know.
so true, because some of them can disguise themselves very well.
Yeah, they're well put together, well dressed, well spoken. Like some of them, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah.
Based on whatever you like, which was corporate, where you see yourself with a corporate guy in 5 years? What sort of future that you would like to build?
Okay, so the person, first of all, have to have some kind of ambition.
Yeah,
You can't just be going to work every day and you don't have a plan for your future. You're not like, okay, well, I see myself buying a house, so and so, or, that's the only way I feel like you can move forward with somebody. Otherwise, you'll just be in this relationship for your whole life.
Yeah, and I feel like I want to hear you talk about, like we say in the company, I want to hear you talking about, hey, well, like in 4 or 5 years, I planning to reach a senior position. Or, you're not just, because, there are some people who just get a job for getting a job sake and they don't mind staying at that ranking forever. Like, that's not me. So I would also want a man to match that, a man who wants to elevate himself in some form or fashion.
But I confuse the Cherisse, because I seen your bottle.
Oh no, that was a joke. I definitely I am an institution. I can't handle no madness. I don't like no violence, no nothing. I will take myself out of that situation so quick.
And she takes her career really seriously too. So once you taking your career seriously, you don't want
somebody that takes
somebody who lies on the block.
Yeah.
You get up 6 o'clock to go to work and he on the block.
Nah.
And we love to hear about it too. We love to hear you come home and you say, right, well, a position opening up, you're gonna do so and so to try to see if you
can. Or like for some reason, I find what's so attractive is like men who, always trying to further themselves, like you come home and you're writing exams and you're studying, but your exams is for your job or like to further yourself.
Yeah, to get a promotion or something like that. Yeah.
So all of this sounds very nice, right? But like, before this actual conversation, you were talking about parties and so forth, right? So you have this corporate guy who's studying heavily, going up that career ladder in his job and so forth, but he do not like partying at all.
Right.
How would that look out?
Not like that.
Stay on wheel go.
I think before stay home. Like a nice little housewife.
Yeah.
A house husband. Yeah. Like I could go live and come home and he could cook and clean and it's 2025.
You'll be taking advantage of him, because when you go there and you consume rude boy,
women in men's field.
You never thought they might see this tall, handsome guy. Then you can never.
No. We totally get it. When you have a person who about that life and they want to stay home and they want to further themselves and whatever, it's actually make you want those things for yourself and your partner and your future and whatever too. So it's really take your partner to get you to be a certain person sometimes. So you might probably like a party occasionally, but your person home studying for a promotion or something like that. And now you want to stay home, you want to help them with some flashcards, So it's like a give and take.
Well, I feel like before I would associate somebody who lied all the time and outside all the time as somebody who just like have nothing going for them, or like, but now as somebody, because I'm somebody that loves to go out, but that doesn't mean I have nothing going for me. Like, I have everything going for me, I just like to lie, because there are some people like that. I'm one of those people, I like to go out on a weekend, I like to lie. Like nothing is wrong with that, but I think like if you have a partner that is the opposite, you're supposed to go into that relationship knowing, hey, my partner don't like to lie.
Yeah.
Or my partner like does love to lie. But if like that is if you know that's a problem, why plan out a future with that person if you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
By losing it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't think that eventually you may get bored, because I know women sometimes they love that excitement. They love guys to
Yeah.
give them that excitement vibes and so forth. So you don't feel you get bored sometimes?
No, I don't think so, because I honestly feel like you could still go out sometimes with your partner. He might be studying one weekend, he might be working the next weekend or something, but
Yeah, I feel like every once in a while is fine.
yeah, every once in
Like,
a while.
we don't have to, like, if you are somebody that doesn't like to go out every weekend, that's fine with me, you know.
Right.
But maybe we could go out every once in a while. Like, I might want to take you somewhere every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, we're talking about parties, but I feel
Yeah.
like if we're talking about dates and stuff,
Right,
like, yeah,
right.
we're talking about dinners and stuff.
Because
yeah, we
it
can go to dinner all the time.
mightn't be we go a party every weekend, but a weekend we might go for dinner
Yeah.
instead, or we might go to a movie or something. You know, you could switch it up sometimes, and that
Yeah.
don't mean you would never go to another party again. It just means you'll slow down in it, because now you have a partner you rather spend time with, like what we were saying before. Whatever your person doing, you want to do it with them.
Right.
You wouldn't. You're not carrying
Yeah.
your friend. You just errands, movies, dinner, anything. You want to be with them now. So it's kind of like you're not feeling bad. You're missing out on the party because you have something better at home. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good point for sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Director, any closing remarks?
My closing remarks are, they will say that they would like to book time, right?
Mhm.
If you have a guy who does chill, but still have hope, if he actually like to stop going all the time, guys,
Hmm.
I feel like yes and no. But
Yeah.
that's mostly because I don't believe in controlling somebody. For some reason, I believe the more you tell somebody don't do something, is the more they want to do it. Because they don't like the
Mhm.
control. Like people
Especially women.
yeah, especially we don't like being in control. So the more you tell me don't do something, is the more I
We were
want to
talking
do
about
it.
this just the other day, because we were saying it's different if, like I just said, you have somebody who does stay at home.
Mhm.
You want to stay at home with them versus you telling me stay home. Now I want to go out even more, but let it be my decision
Yeah.
to want to stay home with you. Because if you tell me stay home 2-3 months from now, I might say, I feeling to go out again, and now I feeling to
Right.
go out. But if it's my decision to stay home with you, is my decision to go movies, dinners, whatever.
Yeah.
You have a more genuine connection with
And
that
why
person.
I say yes and no is because your partner could also have a point in that if you're somebody that like to go out real plenty, maybe they find you going out too much. Like if you find I'm going out too much, I might be like, okay, maybe I do go out a lot and I might limit it. But telling somebody, you know, I don't want you to be outside at all. I feel like that's a little extreme, especially when you're with somebody that's accustomed to life. And like both male and female, because I feel like females do it more like me, like, I don't want you going anywhere and take it.
And that's just a control thing.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Both male and female is just
I think
a control
sometimes
thing.
might not understand that too, because men feel that they must always be dominant,
Mm-hmm.
which it is true, but that's a point as well too, because women tend to be a bit stubborn at times.
And you know, girls now always associated with like being wild. So I feel like men always have it in the head when you go out with your girls.
That is the thing.
It's
And
mad.
his friends went and said, hey, she love good boy, she going out there and she going and drink and so on. All this kind of thing, you crazy, and you home studying, and you is it breadwinner in the house and everything. So
But I also feel like men, if you want your partner to stay home, you can't just say stay home and don't do nothing. It just come across bad. If you say don't go this event or let's do something instead,
Let's stay home, let's watch a movie.
that it just comes across so much better than neither way you go in that party, stay home.
Correct. That'll be something, some sort of, excitement.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
But I feel like that is when
you have to know your partner too.
Yeah, you have to trust your partner. Like, men will come wrong, but she not gonna.
You have
she
faith
not gonna,
in your person.
Yeah, you have faith in your person.
Yeah.
You know, she not gonna, nothing gonna come out of that. A man might track me, but nothing gonna come out of it.
Yeah.
So you have to trust your person.
Mm-hmm.
Trust is everything. Without trust, yeah.
Because to me, that could happen anyway. You could go to work and your coworker could be tracking you. So I feel like men also use that as an excuse too.
A woman need just to go home. So you don't really necessarily need to go and party to go,
But I feel like men just use that as an excuse to keep you home, in other words, because they be like, okay, well, when you go there, men gonna come around you, men gonna do this, men gonna do that.
But men come around you anyway. You're walking on high streets and men come around you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.